What is up, YouTube? It is your boy KMACK here, coming back at you with another mailbox time, where I answer all the questions you guys asked me in the previous videos and in Twitter, on Facebook, and all that good stuff. I'll tell you guys more about that towards the end of the video. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. First question of the day says here, Garrido Calderio. I'm terrible with pronunciation, especially Spanish or Hispanic type names. But he asked, what do you think of Pokemon X and why? As you guys all know, I'm a huge Pokemon fan, a new Pokemon fanatic. But with that said, I'm more of a nostalgic kind of player when it comes to Pokemon. I don't really tend to play any of the newer games. I don't even have any of the newer system, the newer handhelds. I don't have anything past a DS. I don't have an SP or anything like that. But what I think of it, I think that them going to 3D and like moving in diagonals and stuff is kind of cool. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm more of a 151 kind of guy. Everything past that kind of kills it for me. But good question. Now Megan Kames asks, how do I feel about Digimon? When I was younger, Digimon was kind of like it was technically came up before Pokemon did in Japan, but it didn't get to the United States until after Pokemon. I might be wrong about that, but at least for me, I got to it after Pokemon. And it just kind of seemed like the retarded brother of Pokemon to me. Like it was like, this is Pokemon, but stupid, is what it was to me. I mean, I had a Digivice, a little thing you shake or whatever. You're supposed to put on your belt loop and walk with it, and then once we got to like a certain amount of steps, you would get to a boss battle. But it didn't hold up to a Game Boy to me. It just kind of seemed like gimmicky, and I don't know. It wasn't for me. I wasn't a huge fan. I kind of liked some of the movies when I was younger, but other than that, not a huge fan. JR Pineda 33 asks if you could make a new zombie map pack, what would it be, and what is your favorite amusement park? Well, those are pretty out there questions. First of all, my favorite amusement park is Six Flags. It is in Gurnee, Illinois. It's pretty much the only one I've ever been to, but it's a pretty fun one. They have all kinds of fun rides. My favorite ride there is Superman. It's a pretty sweet roller coaster. That and the Raging Bull is probably the biggest one in Illinois. Probably the biggest roller coaster. It's really a lot of fun. I love going there, but I haven't been there in a couple of years actually. I might have to go soon. But if I could make a new zombie map pack, I would probably do something like underwater. And I know that sounds kind of stupid, but when you think about it, maybe trapped in a submarine or something like that underwater, and you had to like get out of the submarine and make it to the surface or something like that, and then maybe like I don't know. That's just what I would do. But that's just something out of the box, and just something that popped in my head when I thought about that question. Good question though. Giovanni Perez asks, have you ever caught any shiny Pokemon, and if so, on which version of Pokemon? And the answer to that question is yes, but not very often. I think I've caught like 2 or 3, maybe. I think I caught like a shiny Magikarp. I think it was on like Heart Silver. I'm not sure. It was a long time ago when I was a kid, but I remember being super pumped for it. And I believe I caught a Geodude too, but I actually had evolved them all the way to a shiny Golem, and I believe that was on Ruby or Sapphire. But I haven't really caught too many of them. But when they come, they're fun. But I haven't seen too many. Diego Gomez asks, have you ever met anybody famous? Met and like hung out with? No. But have I been face to face to a bunch of famous athletes and said hello to them and like talked to them? Yes. Just the other day while I was working at the Chicago Bears camp, Jay Cutler and Matt Forte and some of the bigger name guys walked right by me, and I said, "Good morning, Mr. Cutler," and he looked at me and he said, "Good morning." So if he qualifies that is meeting them, then I guess I've met a bunch of celebrities. Pretty much every Bears player for the last 3 years I've come in contact with in some way or another, including the coaches. So Lovie Smith and Mark Trestman I've talked to a few times, and they're pretty nice guys. They're usually pretty nice. But that's pretty much it for as famous people go. Julian Valdez asks, whose Final Smash from Super Smash Bros. Brawl is your favorite? Oh, this is a good question. Me and my buddies play all the Super Smash Bros. Games all of the time. Not so much the new ones on Wii U, but my favorite. This might be biased because my favorite character on that game is Pikachu. So I'm gonna have to go with Pikachu. I know it's not the best move by any means, but or the most overpowered character. But I just always, since I've been little, like real little, I've always played as Pikachu, and I always loved his character the most and his moveset. And I'm not really even familiar with many of the other characters' movesets at all. Like I exclusively play Pikachu on all forms of Super Smash Bros. When I play it. So I'd have to say Pikachu. Hobo in my house asks, do you want to get married? This is an interesting question. It's something out of the blue. But of course, everyone wants to get married. You want to find that special someone in your life and settle down. Whether that's for me right now, definitely not. I am 20 years old and I am not looking to get married anytime soon. I'm just out of a 2-year relationship. But I have found a new girl and nothing serious yet. But I don't know. I'm going to see where it takes us. And who knows? It could be the one. But as of right now, I'm not sure. And I'm not going to tie myself down and shack myself up just yet. Maybe by the age 26, 25, around there. I don't know. We'll see. This is an interesting question. It comes from Alfred L. 31. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It's all one word. I can't really read it. But he asks, if you never liked Call of Duty or Pokemon, what game genre would you play? This is an interesting question because those are basically all the genres that I do play. It's either first-person shooter or RPG. So, I don't know. It's a really good question. I think something along... I'd probably play sports games. I used to play Madden a lot and MLB Baseball a lot. But I really don't play them anymore. I'm not a huge fan of them anymore. They seem kind of like the same game over and over again, even though it's the same as COD. But either that or like maybe an MMORPG, even though it's the same thing as an RPG, I guess you could say. But something like, I don't know, you could say like World of Warcraft maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know what I'd play. Nintendo Freak 2011 asks, what is my favorite Marvel or DC superhero or villain? And this is a good question. My favorite Marvel hero, and probably my favorite hero of all time, is Iron Man. And I'm not really sure why. I just love those movies so much. I'm a huge Robert Downey Jr. fan. He does it so well. Those movies are like, not only are they action-packed, but just the way he plays that persona is so funny to me. He plays that douchey, I don't care, I'm rich and I can do whatever kind of thing. He plays it perfectly. And it's one of my all-time favorite movies. All three of them are. And even the Avengers is pretty good in it too. So I'd probably have to go with Iron Man. We have time for one or two more questions. Squeeze in here. It says here that Drew Shishicher, or however you pronounce your last name, I'm sorry, asked, do you hunt or own any firearms or knives? And this is a good question because I do not. I do not actually own any firearms or knives. And it's really uncommon for somebody like me around my age to not have anything like that in where I'm from. I'm from very, very rural country place in Illinois where hunting and fishing and all that kind of stuff is a huge deal. But it just never was a big deal to me. I never got into it, and I don't know. That just wasn't for me. And the last question comes from John Saunders. He asks, KMACK, have you ever played the Mass Effect series? And sadly, I have not. I don't really venture out too much. Like I said, I usually just stick to Call of Duty, Battlefield, Gears, Halo, shooters, really. I know it's a shooter, but it's more of a sci-fi shooter, even though I'm not really into that kind of thing, even though Halo is a sci-fi shooter. But I know I heard it was really good, but I never got into it, and by the time that I heard about it, it was already time for the second game to come out, and I didn't want to jump into the second one and then not play the first one, and then the third one came out, and I was just all kinds of lost. So maybe I'll try them from the beginning one day. I'm not sure. But that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys leave your comments telling me what you guys want to ask me, and I'll be sure to answer them in the next video. Make sure you guys can tweet at me. You can Facebook me on them. I'll get you guys back to you guys in the next episode. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. This video gets to 500 likes. We should put out the next episode a day early. And like I said, don't forget to drop all of your questions for me in the comment box or hit me up on Twitter or on Facebook. All that good stuff. Links will be in the description. And subscribe for more videos, guys. As always, guys, game the fuck on. Until next time, peace out.